You spoke this week about how much this team means to you, how all your focus is on this team. How big is it to get away?
It's huge, I mean, we kind of found ourselves in the same situation we've been in all year, and they made a couple plays and got a little momentum, and I was really just impressed with my guys that we just found a way to, make a play, get the momentum back on our side, and then find a way to win the ball game. And in this business, man, it's like it's always what have you done for me lately. We dug ourselves a big hole though, so we got a lot more work to do. But this is a good start.
What does it do for the defense and the team as a whole to see the offense go out there and get off to such a hot start?
It's always better to play football with a lead, and winning is a whole lot more fun, but the offense went out there and played incredible, got the game going, really got us rolling, and then, I think we just kind of fed off that, But it was really good to start the game on defense, I feel like we couldn't win a coin toss for the life of us too, but we finally won a coin toss and was able to start on defense, and they drove the ball down the field and really should have 3, but I'm glad they went for it, we were able to get a stop, and, Josh Sweat, I mean, come on, man, what he did today was crazy, man.
What did this guy right here?
Walter Nolen also, man, to have your first NFL game and go out there and do what he did, it's like, come on, man, that's incredible. Now I got to make sure his head don't get too big, you got to stay a little poised, got to keep him contained. I already told him, I said, it don't mean nothing if you don't do it again next week, You ain't got to get all the stats, but you got to dominate just like you did this week.
Well, you were also showing up in the stat sheet. I mean, at some point in year 18, is there a part of you that's like, man, how can I keep doing this week after week?
You know what? I say that, to be the end of the game and have a little juice left, I was kind of surprised myself a little bit. But coming off a bye week, and having an extra day to prepare, I guess it makes sense. So now we got to do next week on a short week, we'll see how my legs feel. But I'll tell you like this, I'm just out there having fun. I love what I do. I give it my all, and whatever I have in there, I'm trying to empty the tank. So I was able to, make a few plays. But, I mean, it was a great team win today. The team as a whole took turn making plays. And like I said, to me, Josh Sweat was the best player in football today.
For a team that has been so close the last few weeks, been on the wrong side of a lot of one-score games, what was the difference maker tonight?
I mean, we just made the plays when it mattered, and we found a way to get the momentum back. When they ended up making some plays in the fourth quarter, we didn't let that keep us down. We found a way to get the momentum back and get one stop, and that's what football's all about. It's ebbs and flows. They're going to make some plays. It's the NFL. They're great players. They have incredible players on the team. CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, these guys are incredible. But what I was proud of my guys is that we didn't flinch. We just, all right, let's lock back in. Let's get a win. Let's find a way to get one play, to win this play.
At 2-5, the decision to come back here and not the start you wanted. Trade deadline is obviously Tuesday. How much does this just kind of give you like a deep breath here to kind of keep going? You guys are still in it here with this win.
Yeah, I mean, we dug ourselves such a big hole that we got a lot of work to do. But the one thing that, when you win, sometimes it gets contagious. But, I mean, it doesn't mean anything if they'll do it again next week. So, we have a tough opponent, that's playing as good as anybody right now. And, we had it at home and had a chance to win it. We didn't get it done, and they found a way to beat us, And so, I mean, it's just, it's a division game, on the road in a hostile environment, one of the toughest places to play football. On a short week, I mean, it's like, backs against the wall again, You get to celebrate this one a little bit, but not really, It's already on to Seattle for me.
All the weight, to get to this point, what was it like going out there on the field, putting on your helmet, putting your hand in the dirt, and performing like that?
It was amazing, man. It was even better that we got the dub. So for me to be able to go out there and have the performance that I did on top of the win, it was surreal.
How did you get through the last even like 8 weeks, the injury, knowing that this could be at the end of the journey?
I mean, at the beginning it was kind of rough, because this was the first time in my career that I actually had a real injury and I had to miss some time. So the first couple of weeks was a little hectic, but once I just kind of hit the ground and kept working, it started to get easier every day.
What did it feel like to get that first sack?
It was amazing. I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life for sure. And for it to be on somebody like Dak, it was great.
And for Calais to say now you've set the standard, are you gonna get to enjoy this for a couple minutes here before you move on to Seattle and try to do it again next week?
Nah, I'm already on the next week, man. I can't wait to get to Seattle and compete. I'm lucky enough to be able to go out there and perform like this. So just go out there and try to get better every week.
First NFL game, was there anything that surprised you? You had to adjust to, maybe you weren't expecting to?
In the beginning of the game, it was a little slower for me, just kind of getting out there, feeling my way into it, and But once I kind of got comfortable, I kind of felt like I'm being the lead. I'm gonna be a good player in the league for a while.
Safe to say you felt comfortable on that first drive. Once you made that first big play, did you kind of think to yourself, okay, I can do this, take a deep breath?
Yeah. After that first play, I was like, yeah, it's just like I tell anybody, it's football at the end of the day, man. They've been asking me all week, am I scared? And football is football, no matter what. So.
This is a really prolific Dallas offense, and for you guys to hold them to just 17 points, it's pretty impressive. What was the key to complementary defense, both?
First game set. Yes, sir.
Shout out Will again. Shout out Will.
Both rush and coverage.
Really, it was like I said, it was amazing. Once again, I feel like today we finally put our game together all 4 quarters and dominated on all levels of the game. I mean, we still had hiccups, but that's what practice for, so we're going to get that fixed next week.
What was it like in here celebrating a victory?
Almost forgot it. Almost forgot how to, but no, it was nice. It was nice. I mean, I don't think it was a doubt in anybody's mind like what we could do this week. So, I mean, we made it happen. So, I'm happy for everybody over here.
How much did you take it upon yourself, especially on the first drive, to set the tone on defense?
I ain't gonna lie, it's one of them things where you just play the play and you just end up in the right spot. But I mean, I put more pressure on myself than I know what people expect of me. But you know, so I just play the game because I know what I can do. Dog, yeah, it was nice though. I ain't gonna lie.
How much does something like this, how much will energy carry on, getting that one victory and trying to snowball this thing?
I mean, we got a lot to fix, so we just got to be happy with the win, but be unsatisfied with it at the same time. I mean, yeah, we got to treat it like a loss, honestly, because we ain't where we want to be, so we just got to make the corrections we need to, and then, on to the next one.
What do you think about the rookie Walter tonight, making his debut like this?
Gave us a shot on that one, and then I went in and cleaned it up got the sack the next couple of plays, so I'm proud of him. Like, I know he's been wanting to be on the field for a while now, and he had a couple setbacks, but he's good now.
He's Will Johnson and Denzel Burke also
Yeah, I know.
had some plays, Cody Simon as well. The rookies on defense, what have you seen from them this point in the season to where they're not only earning reps and finding a spot in the field, but they're making the most of those opportunities?
I mean, all the young guys did great tonight. I mean, it's one of them things where when you're next man up, and I mean, they all capitalized on the opportunity. It was great to see, and depth is going to be a big part going on in the season. So we're going to need everybody next man up to, because it's football at the end of the day. Stuff's going to happen, and we know the guys we can trust.
When you signed here in the offseason, you had said you loved the freedom you had with Nick Rallis and JG in Philly, and that was something you were excited for here. Is tonight an example of when you have that freedom, the kind of damage you can do?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, shoot, Dallas let me play too. They ain't chip me until I start getting the sacks, so I appreciate them. But yeah, man, he got me moving around, so I'm just not stale or stagnant on one end of the field, just getting chipped and slid too. But he just moved me around. That's all I ask. And if I get the opportunity, I'm gonna make it happen for sure.